Okay, so we're just going to run through a quick demonstration of the application. So this is the main page, and each of the main functions has an icon at the top, which is also available in the menu. So we'll start by creating a new brew. And this opens a page in which you can enter all of the recipe data for the brew. So all this data is saved straight to the database with a unique batch ID that allows it to be linked to the measurement data. So here you can add the temperatures and times of each of the process, as well as the hops for the boiling and with their names and how long they need to be boiled for. So once this is done, you can start the brew, which will then open up the mash window. So we can start the mash here. And this window shows the recipe data that we've just entered, as well as the measurement data in real time from the graph. As well as this is also useful to view the IR camera to detect any hotspots during the mash process. And we can do this with this icon here. And we can neaten up the windows by tiling them just like that. So once the mash temperature has reached its target, this light will turn green, and we're just going to stop the mash now and move on to the boil. So the boil window is quite similar. We can start the boil here. It shows the recipe data, and then the measurement data is shown in the graph. It also shows the hops that need to be added, and yellow means that it's ready to be added based on the recipe. So we can show that it's added there, and the light will turn green. So again, we're just going to skip this and move on to the next stage, which is the fermentation. So at this point you get to choose which fermentation tank to put the brew into. So we'll choose fermentation tank 3. So now we can open the fermentation vessel viewer, where we can view the fermentation data of all 5 tanks chosen here. So this is one ongoing, and this is the one that we've just entered, presentation lager. Okay, so that's the end of creating a new brew. Next, we're going to look at viewing past data and comparing it. So this allows us to view all of the past data available on the database. So all of the brews are shown here, and they can be filtered by batch ID, recipe, and date. So we're going to start by viewing an alpha dog. And when you click display, the recipe data is shown in the boxes, and the measurement data is shown in the graphs. So you can add multiple brews. So we'll add this Simcoe IPA, and this allows us to compare 2 brews. So you can see the boxes are color coded with the data in the graphs. So you've got the mash, the boil, and the fermentation data shown in these graphs. You can also then remove and add a lot of different brews to see all the different data. So that's the end of the demonstration of the application. Thanks.